Hello beauties, in today's edition we're going to be talking about contour and highlight. I hope you find this video very helpful and let's get started. So in this video I wanted to show you some of the basics and explain to you more in depth how you can do this to your face. I'm going to be using the contour kit by Kat Von D. This is the one. So before I start, I just want to let you know that when you are contouring the sides of your face, the color has to be 1 or 2 shades darker than your actual skin tone, and the lighter parts should be emphasized with a 1 shade lighter than your skin tone. So let's just get started. I'm going to be using this brush, which is by e.l.f. You can use any type if you like to just mark the sides of your face that you would like to contour first, and we're gonna blend them. So I'm gonna be using from this palette by Kat Von D this color. It's fairly dark than this darkest one, which is for a pretty dramatic look. So I'm gonna dab into it a bit. I'm gonna try to emphasize on my cheeks so that you guys can see well how it's gonna look like, hopefully. I don't really. Also, when you're applying the contour, make sure that you find your cheekbones right here where you're going to be contouring when you're going to be contouring your cheeks first. Basically you have to find this cheekbone, which is somewhere right here, at least for me, and when you're doing the contour, the shading should not be going anywhere further than the end of the eye. So you can also use this, of course, easy method, which is basically to the fish face like this, in order for you to find your cheekbone where you're going to be contouring. So in this case, for me, it's right here, and this is about where my eye ends. I'm gonna be doing the same thing again. I'm gonna dab my brush. I'm gonna use the fish method in order to show you that way it's easy again to, in order for you to see that you can still find your cheekbone. And this is about where it ends for me. So what I'm gonna do next is I am going to look at other parts of my face that I'd like to contour first before I highlight. And just to let you know, I applied in advance the foundation, so my face is not, just all bare. I did put a primer and foundation. However, I did that before I started the video, so I've seen people use foundation still before applying the creamy contour kit on their face. However, it's really a preference. The creamy contour kits usually are kind of like a substitute for the powdery types. So I am going to be, in this case I'm using a powdery type of contour kit, so I did apply my primer and my foundation. So another part that I'm going to be contouring will be my chin. I have a pretty oval face. This also helps a lot if you know what shape of face you have, and not just by, you can explore the sides of your face, your features, and see which features you like to highlight and contour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna again get a little bit of the same shade, and I'm going to apply it right underneath here. I'm gonna try to do it as much as possible. I hope you guys can see it. I'm trying to emphasize on it so you can see. So I have a pretty decent forehead and nose, but I could do a little bit of shading right here because it's a bit long than actually wide. So as I said, you can explore your features and decide which areas of your face you would like to emphasize on more, or you can manipulate them however you like. So I'm gonna do a bit of a contouring right over here on this side of my forehead. It could be because I have my hair up, so that's why I have like a longer forehead, but I don't know, I'm just thinking. I do, but I might not if the case. I'm trying to get as much color as possible for you guys so you can see. Contouring your nose, you can do a few things. So first of all, if you have a bit of a longer nose, of course the opposite of that is to make it smaller. So you can manipulate that by drawing either longer lines or shorter ones. So, or vice versa, if you have a wider nose, you can make it slimmer by putting the lines closer to each other and highlighting in the middle. But for the most part, if you like your nose, you don't have to contour it, obviously. This is just optional in order for you to manipulate and create this optical illusion on your face. I mean, the face cannot be symmetrical, even the eyebrows. People are like, oh, how do I make them perfect? Like, no, you can't make them perfect. They are just meant to be sisters, not twins. So for the nose area, you can use a small brush. I'm gonna use this one. I know that it's not very small, but I just haven't really washed my other brushes, so that was the only one that I found that's kind of small. But basically you can use any type of small brush in order to create the lines here, and then we're gonna highlight the area in the middle, and then we're gonna blend everything all together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bit of the same shade from the contour kit, and I'm gonna just do a small like line right here and right here. I hope that it's as dark as possible so you guys can see it. I'm basically looking in the camera, I'm not even looking in a mirror. As you can see, it's dark right here. We can do a small dark line right here. I hope you guys can see the lines that I just put. So next I'm gonna use my big brush. It's a brush basically that is for powder, but I'm gonna use to, you know, blend everything. So we blended everything that was contoured, and as you can see, this is how my face looks like. this is how my face looks like, and we're gonna be doing now the highlighting. I'm gonna use the highlighting shades from this palette and this shade right here, and I'm gonna use a sponge that I have already wetted, and I'm gonna dab some of that sponge, and I'm gonna just use it right here to highlight, not to contour, my under eye area. I'm gonna do the same now on the other side. I'm in the middle right here. As you can see, just a little bit like that to dab the sponge in the middle and in the center area of our forehead. Right here. These were the highlighting points that I did on my face. As you can see, there is a little bit of shadowing, of shadows, and the highlighting points. I know that my lighting is not the best, and so is my camera, but I hope you guys get the idea. And you can experiment and play with in the mirror and with your product, with whichever one you like. You can use either a creamy version of a contour kit or a powdery version. And I'm gonna do now the last but not least blush on my cheeks, and then put some highlighting to highlight the areas of the face where the light hits, so we don't look like we're dolls, but we're more realistic. So for the blush, I'm gonna be using this Catrice palette. It's one of my favorite palettes by the company, which I really like. And I actually like to play with all three colors and just apply it in my cheek areas, my apple areas. So I'm gonna use this brush for my blush. And I'm gonna dab into all three colors, and of course get off the excess. And we're gonna do the blush right here in this area of your cheeks, and just extend it all the way through. It is just above the cheekbone where we actually contoured earlier, and you can also smile and see where your apple cheeks are. So I try to apply a little bit more so you guys can see this blush. You don't have to do it, but I just did it for the sake of the video. And now we look more natural, more refreshed, like we've had enough sleep. We're ready now to go to the next step, which is to highlight the areas of the face, but this is going to be a different highlighting because it's gonna go on the areas of the face where the light normally hits the face. This area right here, which is the cupid bow, where that also will make the lips a little more big, like it will create that illusion of bigger lips. So let's get to it. So for the highlight, I'm gonna use one of my favorite highlighters, and Huda Beauty's is one of the best ones. I really like the texture. It's very creamy, very beautiful, and also a little bit can go a long way, and that's what I like about them, because even if you love to highlight your face a lot, you don't really need to put like tons of layers to be able to flash and get attention and just do that, you know, with your face. So I think just this one is really a perfect one because a little bit does a lot for sure. So I'm gonna use this teeny bitty brush right here. You can use any other size that is comfortable for you, as long as it's not as huge, you know, and it just, you know, emphasizes this area right here of the face, the temples, the cuticle, the nose area, right here a bit, and these are basically the areas that we highlight most of the time. And so if you don't forget, or if you want to, you can, most of the time people do it right here on the brow bones, they would highlight. I sometimes forget, to be honest with you, but I don't think it's such a huge deal. But if you like to, you can try it there also. So I'm gonna be using this color from the palette, and let's get to it. Here is our look, which is natural, beautiful, amazing, awesome, and everything you can think of. I hope that you find this very helpful, and I hope that you kind of play around with this. I mean, there isn't really much that it's not really easy to start with this, but I think that by looking in the mirror, exploring your features on your face, and maybe looking for some examples about how people do it, can maybe make you more confident and comfortable doing it. And I hope that this was a helpful video to you, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please write me any suggestions for videos that you'd like to see from me. I know that I have posted the links below to my other social media channels, and I would try to do more interactive videos and explain more other techniques, and maybe try something fun, you know, and see how that works, and give you recommendations. So I'm gonna try to do as many videos as possible for you guys. If you haven't followed me yet, you can do so now, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't care what you say.